Welcome to another episode of Safety Hour. Remember, this is Mba season, this is Christmas season, and a lot of activities are going on, a lot of preparations are going on. But as much as we want to celebrate with our loved ones, sometimes mistakes can happen. I call it mistake because some of them are unintentional, and some happen because we overlook certain things. So our mission in this season for you is to ensure that we will do what we can to see to it that all of us, every one of us, myself and you inclusive, have a reason to celebrate with our loved ones in peace. Because maybe throughout the year, some of us have not seen, we're just going to meet this December. And so, in doing that, we bring you every now and then information on how to stay safe. That is what we do on this program, and this cuts across every aspect of safety. Every aspect of safety. So we'll be taking them one at a time. But today we're talking about something very significant, and it's called fire. So we want to see how to be how to be safe from any fire incidents. And to do that, I have with me in the house someone of the family of the fold, and he's no other than Fire Chief Adebayo Olushola. He is a fire and safety consultant, and is also the one in charge of helping us keep the city safe of fire for some decades now, for almost 50 years, I guess. So you're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much. God bless
Thank you very much for coming, sir. Thank you so very much for coming, sir. I'd like for us to hit the ground running quickly because sometimes when you get to talk on some things that are important, it seems as though the time is fast spent. So I want to ask, what are the things we can do? What are the best ways we can safeguard ourselves to prevent any fire outbreak in this celebration season, sir?
Thank you so much for privilege to be on the program today.
Thank you
I
very
want
much,
to enjoy our esteemed viewers to come along with us and pick some salient point on what we want to discuss today. It's going to be very beneficial for them.
Yes, sir.
In terms of prevention, I think the first thing we need to do is to educate, to have the habit and culture of educating ourselves. Education in the sense that we need to understand that in every area where we find ourselves, there's always a potential hazard. Hazard is possibility that or likelihood that something unpleasant may happen. And when we educate ourselves against this, knowing the kind of potential hazard we may likely be exposed to, then education will help us to become a proactive person. I mean, put in place proactive measure against such occurrences. And if inevitable, based on the acquired knowledge we have over the period of time, will quickly help us to navigate through those ugly incidents. So first thing is to educate ourselves, to keep ourselves orientated, and to ensure that we imbibe and practice safety cultures always. I mean always.
That's why we're here, and that's why we're bringing you this information, because we want to educate you on some of the things you know, some of the things you are exposed to or you have access to that can be of benefit. So going on, sir, you talked about education. Where do we even start this? I'm not talking of the education alone now. Where do we even start this, how do I call it, preventive measures from? Where's the best place to start?
Thank you very much. It starts from our consciousness, from our mind, from our hearts. What we don't have, we can't give. When we are safety conscious, it starts from our mind. And what do I mean? Let me quickly bring us to a particular incident that happened some years back. And we know on Sunday, 15th of April, 1912, a particular ugly incident happened when a mighty ship set out on a voyage. It set out on the 14th, that was on Friday, and on the 15th, that happens to be a few minutes past 12 o'clock midnight. We call it 0000 hours. Ugly incident happened. They discover an iceberg ahead of them, and they did everything they can to ensure that they avert the accident. But unfortunately, by 1:06, that is 0106, in that midnight, that ship hit an iceberg and it destroyed a particular window.
Segment, yeah.
And before we knew what was happening, by 2:40 a.m. that same Sunday 15, it was gone. Statistics shows that 224 people were on board. Out of that 224 people, 1,515 people lost their life. And that really constitutes 68.2% of the people on board.
Wow.
Only 705 people were able to be saved through one way or the other. And that really constitutes like 32.8% of the people on board. When we do the statistic of the people that lost their life and the people that were safe, we will see that those that lost their life double more than the people that were safe. And that actually is a discussion for some other time. They have a lifeboat there that can occupy 1,170-something people. But unfortunately, due to lack of preparedness, they were unable to maximize the benefit of saving more life by deploying the lifeboats. So what do I mean? Accident is something that nobody prepared for, and it's always ugly. And it will always leave devastating consequence. That is why we should have at the back of our mind that in the next couple of minutes, next couple of seconds, likelihood of occurrences like that may happen, and we put it in place. So where do we start from? Let us start from doing the risk assessment of our premises. You know, I said the other time that we want to go today deeply into education. We need to please broaden our orientation and broaden our knowledge, because wherever we find ourselves, there will always be a potential hazard. For instance, we may not know, probably there's a naked cable somewhere. Yeah. It's a potential hazard until somebody come in contact with it. Mm-hmm. Somebody that is equipped with knowledge, we know that wherever you see a live wire, electrical cable, naked, don't go there, don't touch it. The incident or the accident is that it can lead to electrocution or electrical shock. Yeah. And it doesn't leave easy, effect. So yes, let us have the mind that, especially this season we should be fire safety conscious always. God will help us to get there.
Yeah, you recently have a conference which I was privileged to be in that place. But before we get into the conference, permit me to, and our viewers out there, to congratulate you on your new promotion, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations, sir. So where you were decorated, part of the conversation that goes into that, I don't know, I think it should be, the name is not coming out, but the man that came from, I think the state, maybe command or something.
Fire Service Director.
Yes, Director. Thank you. He was talking about structural preventive measures, and he mentioned some things. I don't know, do you mind giving us a tip of some of those? How do we come about that?
Thank you so much, sir. We have come to a situation where we move from attempting to understanding the accident as related to fire safety or fire-related accident or other incident from an art to a science. Okay. Science preempts what may likely happen and put in place measure. Art is, when it happens, what must be done. If we can move from an art understanding or perception of fire-related incidents to science, it is more proactive in nature. As per the issue of the structures we have on the camp, every structure must have portable firefighting device. I call it portable because it is portable to use, it is portable to carry, and it is very easy to operate. Besides portable firefighting extinguishers, sometimes people may not understand that screeding the wall is also part of passive fire preventive method.
Okay.
I mean screeding. This issue of screeding.
I thought it's painters that worry about those.
Yes, sir. POP. Because it's more or less a cement in nature. Okay. And before the heat can affect the structural integrity, it will first of all prevent it. We have some material that is fire door
Okay.
system.
Fireproof doors.
Fireproof door system. Some even prevent the extension of smoke. These are some of the materials that I want to encourage our listeners and viewers to start using. When we want to consider the cost implication to the effectiveness, we will see that it is very, very okay. So, all the structures must have portable firefighting device. All the structures on the city must have signages. Signages is a kind of informative design that tells you without somebody coming to tell you this is what this one is meant for. For instance, wherever you see a signage like this, according to international standard, National Fire Safety Protection Association, wherever you have portable fire extinguishers installed, there must be a signage on top of it like this.
Okay.
What is the importance? On several occasions, the visibility of the fire extinguisher might have been obscured.
Yeah.
Probably they put a load in front of
Something,
it,
yeah.
or wherever you see this sign, it tells you when you look down, fire extinguisher must be there. And you know, here we are now complying. We want to appreciate our daddy and our mommy, Daddy Enoch Adejara Adeboye, Mommy Folu Adeboye.
God bless them
They
for us.
definitely support us. Apart from encouraging us to make heaven, Daddy, Mommy, and all their lieutenants are working synergetically to ensure that we even enjoy whatever God has given to us here on earth. Not that heaven is only where we are going to enjoy. Even here, we should enjoy it.
True.
So we have all these signages in place. It must be in place in all our structure. This is fire safety signage or fire extinguisher signage.
Okay.
It must be on top of extinguisher with standard measurement. This is what we call fire action. This one itemizes what are the sequential orders, what are the sequence of action that we're expected to take in case of emergency. When you discover emergency, raise an alarm. When you discover emergency, please, anybody you can call, anybody you can move, go to safe points, call the fire expert, the professionals.
Yes.
Then don't enter the building until you are told to do so. Then when the professional comes, supply them with necessary information. We have the numbers of the fire services department here, and we also have the numbers of other stations within the states, so that anybody that is not living within the camp can call in case of emergency. And as we also have the number of Lagos State that is very, very closer to us here. All these numbers are live number, they are operational number, and they are functional. And at the same time, this one is also fire assembly point. We should get to a stage of scientific approach to fire preventive and firefighting method now. And this brings about fire drill. Whenever you see this signage, it means in case of emergency or simulated fire drill, that is where people are expected to converge. In fact, a professional will not just install this thing anyhow. There are some conditions, prerequisites we consider before we decided on where to mount these fire assembly points. Others may also call it muster point.
Yes,
It's still the same thing as fire assembly point and muster point. So these are some of the things we are expected to have. We have so many structures complying with this, and we also want to please encourage our people, the residents, the homeowners, to also make sure that we observe all these preventive methods. If inevitable it happens, we have something in form of first aid box that we can quickly lay our hands on and use it to curb the incident until the professional comes into play. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The question I want to ask about all of these signs that you have said, are they readily available? Because I'm talking, somebody's watching this program now and is not on the camp with us, is not in Redemption City as we are, is maybe somewhere else. Can they also get access to these things and begin to apply them in their own places? And as you have said, everything we've talked about here for the city also applies wherever humanity is involved. I guess I'm correct on that, sir.
You are very correct, sir. What we do is just to ensure that we get the information and give them time that they can get this. If you look at this very well, it was so designed in such a way, it's a customized fire safety notice. Yeah. You can see the logo here, Redeemed Christian Church of God. And by the grace of God, this is what we have in our churches within the Redemption City of God, even outside the Redemption City of God, as we have privilege by extension of service
Yes, sir.
outside Redemption City coverage alone. So whenever we get an information as to who may need it for the purpose of education, enlightenment, and sequence of action of what must be done, we will definitely work it out and they can get it. Okay. We are not selling it in the department, but we will definitely get it done for them.
Thank you. I'm talking about those who are now, let's say I'm living in Agege, in Lagos, for instance, or I'm watching you from Owo. Where can I go to get something like this, even if it's not customized, but something that will give me the same kind of information that who are the people should I look out for?
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, the state outlets, state fire services outlets are also in position to get this thing done for us. Okay. Those are part of the activity. Exactly, sir. Coverage. Every state fire services, irrespective of the state they may be, they should please approach the area commander there and tell them what they really need. And I'm very sure, as peculiar to their area having jurisdiction, they can get it for them and get it installed for them.
All right, quickly, let me jump to the part where you talked about like a first aid box. I know the medicals have taught us one box. We have come in your own place. What are the items that constitute that first aid that will be like our first response should there be an emergency? What are some of the things we need to have preventively still?
Well, thank you so much. I said it the other time, prevention is better than cure.
Yes, sir.
And the cost of prevention is by far better than the cost of redemption.
The cost of prevention is by far better than the cost of redemption.
Because if we allow this thing to happen, even insured structure, we need to go through some processes. You get it. We'll get to that issue of insurance now when we have privilege to the otherwise subsequently. And one of the things people also need to understand is that the traumatic experience of psychological imbalance that accident will leave is never always palatable. No. Never. And that's why I want to implore all our listeners and our viewers around the world that whatever it takes to make sure that safety measure is put in their residences, their worship centers, their office settings, either multinational, oil and gas, whatever service and product they offer, they should please engage professionals to ensure that facility in their premises are well enough in case of emergency. So as per your question, sir, yes, sir. Permit me to say that once anybody that really want to partner with us, because we alone cannot do it. Yes. We alone cannot do it. And one of the things we are doing is to move from one estate to another, one department to another, and a forum like this to express our opinions on what people needed to be done to avert this is also a very good measure. Yes. And if you have not touched your area, your department, your place, please, we'll roll out our phone numbers. You can please get in touch with us. We assure you, except you want to buy all these things and all these things, you want to install it, which the department is not doing for now, but we can engage the professional to get it done. Every of our services are free for now. Please utilize the opportunity now to get, because sometimes when you don't add value to some things, people may not. But we are telling them, because one Mommy Joe dedicated the department on 24th of August 2010. Mommy said, and I quote, that it means that though we established this department within this Redemption City of God, but yet the grace of God will not allow incidences like fire to happen. And that is what we are also working towards by reaching out to people and ensure that we carry them along what they must do. Yes. So they must have all these things in place. It must be periodically serviced according to International Fire Safety Association. That is code 10 that deals with portable firefighting device. It must be periodically serviced. The installation must also comply with the standard, because sometimes you see an installed extinguisher very up high where you will need to even climb a ladder before you get it down. The international standard stated that it should not go beyond 4 feet from the ground level. So sometimes people do say, our children will tamper with it, but we tell them, let us educate the children not to tamper with it. The moment we orientate and educate them, they became an ambassador of safety themselves, that nobody should tamper with it, so that whenever we need it, it can be very functional and it can be very effective.
Quickly, as we're trying to wrap up, let me begin to ask, in your seminar, I guess, that was part of your speech, you talked about the place of the impact, the cost of prevention is nothing compared to the price of redemption. You have quoted it here again. I wanted to wait to quote you on that, but thank God you mentioned it here. But also it was said in that program that day, part of my takeaway from that place, that we should educate our children. And that's the point you've also landed on, that we should educate our children. How you've just given us privilege to talk about that. Maybe we should even bring some of these things to how somebody's asking, okay, the extinguisher, I used to see it everywhere, it's in our office, I don't know how to use it. Is there something you can say to help them get this little education or knowledge so they can also pass it to those with whom they share space with?
Thank you so much, sir. That's a very good one, because on several occasions, we have on several accounts where people have the portable firefighting device installed, but they don't know the process of the operational system of that extinguisher. Permit me to use this one.
It's all right, sir.
This one is called dry chemical powder. It's called dry chemical powder. This one is 1.3 kg. We have it in sizes. This one, let me assume 1 kg. If we want to discharge 1 kg, it will last for 8 to 10 seconds. Let us want to activate it. Now, we want to use it. It will 1 kg extinguisher, it will last for 8 to 10 seconds. When we have 2 kg, that one is bigger than this one.
Right.
That 2 kg will last between 10 to 14 seconds. If you discharge it, that is the duration at which you can exhaust everything that is inside. 2 kg, 10 to 14 seconds. If you have this one that is like 3 kg, this one can take between 13 to 17 seconds. You know the variance in the seconds. If you press it small, it will come out small.
Okay.
But if you press it widely, it will come out in full force. So that is the range, seconds range. And if you have, like, if somebody is having like 6 kg dry chemical powder, that one can take between 18 to 25 seconds. That is what it will take to empty all the chemical powder that is inside. So that is one of the things that I used to encourage people. As many of us that we are having small extinguisher in our vehicle, God have mercy, I want to encourage to change it to big one. If not 6 kg, we should have like 2.5 kg or 3 kg or 2 kg, at least 2 kg, within 8 seconds. And that's what is burning can still continue burning. By the way, we'll talk on that one subsequently, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So please, for our viewers around the world to have 1 or 2 knowledge or understanding or how to operate fire extinguisher, how to remind some of us that we actually have that. Operational system of every extinguisher follow the same process, irrespective of the quality, whatever, or structure. How do I mean? This one is having cone, this one is having small hose. So we should not be deceived at all.
Let me hold this.
Yes, this one is having hose, is having small hose. While this one is having cone. Okay. So it follows the same pattern. Even if it is wheeled type, that one is bigger, like 25, 50 kg. Those, if it is wheeled type extinguisher, how do we operate it? If you can understand the acronym PASS, PASS.
PASS.
Yes, PASS. Very simple, PASS. And what is the meaning of the PASS? Pull out the safety pin and clip. Pull out, P.
Okay.
This is safety clip.
Okay.
It's also this one. And this is safety pin.
Okay, the pin is the ring now.
The metal ring, sir.
Okay.
When we pull out this one is used to prevent the free running of the pin. Okay. So if this one is not there, you can just take this one out. And that's one of the things we used to discover, that the extinguisher is still intact, not tampered with. Because when it is tampered with, and this one is no more there, and this one no more there, even if they tap it like this,
it will drop.
And they return the pin. Few minutes thereafter, go and check. It must have been dropped. And when we check the weight, we feel we're still having something. But the main pressure, the main thing that will drive the content out is no more there. So, pull out the safety clip and the pin, P. Adjust the cone or the hose at the base of what is burning.
Okay, face it to the fire now.
The
on the base of the
constituent,
fire.
exactly, that thing that is burning. Don't bother the height of the fire or the width of the fire.
Okay.
The content that
Target
is burning,
the base.
the constituent, adjust the cone or the hose at it. Please, I want to advise we should not get
to use simple English, layman English, so somebody will understand. Point
the hose or the cone at that thing where they burn.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So once that one is done, please let us maintain a little distance
from the fire.
From the fire, because some content is being pressurized inside the cylinder.
Okay.
When you activate it, it come out in force, and if we are too close, it will escalate. What is burning? It will spread it the more. That is just so. Maintain a little distance. As for 6 kg extinguisher and on like that, we should maintain not less than 5 to 6 feet. As for this one, I don't think it's bad to maintain like 2-3 feet from that, so that the content that will be discharged will land on what is burning, will not by force escalate it or spread it more. So once this one is adjusted at what is burning, then squeeze this lever. We have this is free moving lever.
Okay.
It is because of the pin is there. That is why it is not moving at all. So once this thing is removed, this one and this one must be squeezed together. Squeeze it. When you squeeze it, you allow the content here to free for discharge. There's a stopper in between here. So when we squeeze it, we free the passage, thereby pressurizing the content out, and then we sweep like this or swing.
Okay.
Just to cover the width and the height of the fire that is burning.
Okay.
So once
it's not just enough to point in one
one direction, sir.
Spread it.
You get it, sir. You get it, sir. So once it's spread like that, if it is a particular fire that has not gone beyond what this thing can cater for, it will extinguish it. That is why I said the best fire fight is the one prevented. If you want to get the best out of it, sir, we can prevent this thing from happening.
Yes, sir.
We can. And together, I believe we can get it done. Thank you, sir.
Quickly touch on this before we go. Give us this other one. So,
okay, this is what we call fireball. We'll be able to talk more subsequently about the operational system of active firefighting device. I briefly mentioned passive the other time, and we'll also delve more into passive firefighting device. And this is what is called fireball. The fire extinguisher we just explained is manually operated type.
Okay.
If nobody goes there to operate it in case of emergency, it will just be looking.
Even though the fire is
That's it now. Even if the fire is even coming, it can explode it when it's being radiated with it, which is not good. So we have automatic type, but we won't be able to discuss about that one today. So this one is fireball. The importance of fireball is self-explosive type or auto-explosive type. And it is dry chemical powder that is inside of this. It has an alarm of its own. And when being radiated by heat, it will explode on its own. So how do we go about it? We install this one very close to anything that can generate fire. Like television, like electrical sockets, like on top of AC, anything.
Cooking places.
Yes, anything. Anywhere. Anything that can generate fire, even in the absence of the occupant or the resident. We install it very close to that thing, because if it's too far or wrongly installed, it may not be effective. It won't. So when fire started in the absence of the resident or the occupant, and the heat radiated this ball, it exploded on its own. It raised an alarm of little decibel, but people will still know as you are looking at it. And it is 5-year lifespan. 5 years. 5 years. It can stay for 5 years if not tampered with. Unlike extinguisher that must be periodically serviced according to NFPA code 10. This one, if it is new, between 8 to 9 months to a year, it must be taken for servicing or maintenance, even if not used. But thereafter, sir, international standard says it must be periodically serviced every 6 months. And when we are talking about statutory issues or statutory condition, you don't say, I will not use it, I will not service it. We will get there in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you so much, sir.
So thank you very much, beloved viewers. This is the much we'll be able to take today on preventing fire outbreak. And remember, this is festive season. As we're busy cooking and frying and roasting and grilling, we're dealing with a lot of heat, a lot of fire around us. We want you to be safe. We want you to prevent any disaster that can come from or as a result of our festivity, because we really want to celebrate. We know that behind, at the base of your mind, why you're going through this process of celebration or cooking and all of this is because you want to celebrate with your loved one. And that is our desire for you. We love you, don't forget. And we want to say thank you jointly to our Fire Chief, Adebayo Olushola, sir. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you very much. He's been the one securing the Redemption City of God for the past 15 years. Thank you very much, sir. So thank you. That will be all we'll be able to take today. I remain yours, William C. Loho, signing out for today. Until I come your way again next time. Stay blessed.